Okay, how's everybody doing? Welcome back. Sit back, relax. I'm gonna walk you through this hallway right here. You're gonna put some LED lighting strips, two sexy lines, each end to each end, 100 mil, whatever, centered, make look gorgeous. We have a situation though before we even begin. Why? Why is it 1605 that side, 1570 this side? It's gonna make it very hard to keep it centered. I don't know. Gotta talk to the builder, see what he comes up with. We gotta add an extra button here, right? I didn't button this, someone else did it, but they didn't allow for the LED strip. So in order for me to put an LED strip in here, I need to add another button, so then I can cut the plaster 20 mil to slide my bead into it. So let's add another button next to that, about 100 mil, right in the center there, and that's what we're gonna screw to. I'm a bit drowsy because I didn't sleep very well last night. I might say some stuff that don't make sense, but we'll get it done. Very good. Check that in there. I'm just gonna quickly go and mark 100 mil. This side. I need enough space so that if I gotta cut the hole this way, I can move it that way or that way. By going 100, it means I'm gonna be on the safer side later. Same thing here, 100. I like that. I got my choke line on my 100. Follow it through the air. Tack it on and choke that. I'm gonna do the same thing this side. Now, it would be so much easier if I had a button that was long enough to go from one end to the other end. But I don't have that. So I gotta kinda make these two work. First thing I'm gonna do, so usually when you're buttoning a house, you're not gonna have this there. So that makes it a lot easier for me because I can just put my button in there and sit it down there. When I sit it in there, clip. The clip looks something like this. I'm simply screwing it in the middle so I can adjust it up and down. And then when I'm happy with the height, I'm gonna screw it at the top or the bottom so it doesn't move again. The clip clips like this. So I'm just sitting it down on the button and I'm simply gonna twist that clip in. That holds it up there. Takes it out, easy, like that. I'm gonna get my level. I just wanna make sure that that's nice and straight and even with the actual ceiling. Cool, I'm getting a gap there. I'm getting a gap over here. This one is too low. Gotta go up. This one is too low. Gotta go up. I wanna be touching each button, touching everywhere, and we should be okay there. Wow, 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 wow. When I'm happy, I'm gonna screw on the bottom or the top that I showed you before to lock it in so it doesn't move. That's very good. Come over here, do the same thing. All right? It's always important and very good to double check. See if you're good before you move on. Right there is very good. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Get my other buttons. And I'm gonna quickly do the exact same thing I did with the first two with these two. Gonna need to cut it. I'm gonna cut it using tin snips like this. They're very good at cutting metal and tin that aren't very thick. This particular button is important, but not very crazy important, right? Because the spacing from there to there, I can screw, put a clip on it. This part is not gonna be as weak as it seems. But I wanna cut this 20 mil too long. Now this should work, because we usually do the same thing with the 1-4-0s. It should work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna slice that 20 mil I added on. Usually you get joiners, right? But I didn't want to buy joiners. There we go. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I don't have the right screws, but if I had micro screws, I'd go through that. And just go through it like that, but I don't have micro screws. So this doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as they join like that, it's all good. I'm gonna get my clip. Load it up. Clip it on. You gotta hit that click. If it doesn't click, it's not on properly. So usually you just chuck a micro screw up there and it's gonna hold it down. But I don't have micro screws on me, so I'm gonna put a clip up there. Double check it. Gorgeous. I'm gonna skip one. Come to the other one. Just repeat what I just done over there. Put on my level, get back to my line, push it down so everything is touching, and simply just lock it in. Good. I'm gonna come back to the end and get my 1-for-all piece, and we should be done with that. So the practical thing for me to do right now would be to measure my nice straight cut it right where I need the line to be nice and straight, have 2 blocks, add my 20 mil gap, and then start my new piece, butting onto the 2 blocks in between the 2 pieces, and doing the same over here. 3 big long strips, no joints. That would be the better way to do this, but I won't do it. Okay, I just won't do it. I want to cut it later on. I'm gonna get a laser or something, make sure it's a nice straight cut, and right now is not the time, so I won't do it. That would have been the better way to go for sure. Cool. Gonna hang this right now, making sure that any of the wires aren't gonna go underneath the button and the plaster. And you go straight for it. Very good. I'm gonna screw it where the timbers are. Just like that. This one I won't, but this one I will. Ready for the next piece, sir? Gonna get these lines here. 1, 2. This one too. That's why I didn't put glue, because I'm gonna cut a nice 20 mil gap, and these 2 pieces are separated. Therefore, I don't really need glue on that piece because I'm screwing a lot of that piece right there. Any screws that didn't go in or look messed up, gonna take them out. Just like that. I'm gonna continue. Stick my back block up in there, make sure it's sitting nicely there in the middle here. This is gonna hold the joint a little bit better, connect the joints together from the top. I usually like to go from one end, put my end up, make sure it's touching, and now it should be able to go up. Just like that. When I'm happy, make sure the joint is nice and tight. Then I'm gonna screw. Any bits of plaster where you got something like this right there, you're gonna cut that off. You just have to pre-fill that. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. Same thing, get one end up, and it should fit fantastically. Screw it. That looks actually pretty good. Actually, you know, now I didn't follow my own rules. Some places I didn't screw where the stud is, so I'm gonna mark it. The ceiling is up, looks gorgeous. Absolutely no, very good looking, because it still looks like work. So I'm gonna do the side. I'm gonna cover all this up, make it look a little bit like it should look when it's done, right? These strips here, I'm gonna cut them a little bit long, because I don't trust describing. Ugh. 300. Right, what? Yes, get a new blade. Take my roomman's knife, because I don't trust your little toy knife from Toy Story 7. You get a tape on your finger, otherwise you lose it. Just like your brain. Oh, you tired? I've pre-measured everything, but this is how I did it. This is my first piece. I measured it from end to end. The time measurement was 1605, like you remember from before, but took off about 5 mil. Next piece, end to end, But instead of taking off 5 mil, I took off 15 because I'm gonna add 10 mil on, because by the time I put this on, the other one's gonna be on 10 mil thickness of the plaster. Take away 5, therefore 15 mil. Do the same thing over here, 15 mil. Here, I took off more than 15. Took off 20, 22. Cool. What else? Let's go. Yeah. Very good. Make sure the screws are in, of course. The reason why I cut it extra long is because I didn't trust this scribing. So I'm gonna use my knife. Just cut the back of it real quick. Just like that. It should snap off. Just like that. Done. You got that piece? Very good. Bring it, bring it, bring it. So now we're moving. Come on. Try not to break it in your hand. You cut it to 45 or not? I can't put up a full 6 meter, bro. You're the best, Lowy. On public holidays, not during work. That's a threat. Snap it, cut it. Make it look pretty. Oh, just like that. So now it starts to look like something, right? Oh, it's just anger. Sure, now I'm gonna put a butt joint on it. Ah! Okay, there's no point on being excited about this. We just have to put a little piece and try it. Yeah. Do it all. Ah. Wow. Guess what? It's not your fault. Life is wrong, Malawi, but we're gonna keep trying to make things right. We just touched fingers. I don't know how to feel about that. Never really touched fingers with guys before. Give it to me, please. Like, I want it now. So, the ceiling is up, bulkhead is hung. Of course, I wasn't the one cutting the plaster, so we got all this type of weird stuff. No big deal, we're gonna pre-fill it, make it look special, as always. I'm gonna catch you in the next video, where I'm touching it all up, making it look better than what it is. Where I'm actually gonna cut this LED strip, cut the gap, install the LED strip, put the externals on this, and try the externals and make it look a little bit better than what it looks like. But by that time, the square set is gonna be done. I'm not gonna show you how to do square set because I've made a video on that, but it's the same thing. Definitely the externals I might show you. I might just do it quickly to show you what it looks like. Ultimately, what I'm trying to achieve here is the lighting strip that's gonna go up there. That's the most important thing, and that's why I'm shooting this video. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going home. Due to what I call the quick money scheme, the quality of that ceiling is horrible, as you already know by now. And unfortunately, there's not going to be a part 2 of this video because we agreed that it's not going to look good. I apologize for that, but in the future, if I ever come across some LED lighting strips, I am going to make a video on it. Adios and peace out, my G. I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe.